Here's the first call Drummond made to 911 around midnight on Monday.
Kitchen Point Court, please. He's about to burn me up. Please hurry. What's happening? Please,
Ma'am, what is going on?
He's got a blowtorch and he's got...
McAnally says Drummond is fighting for her life in the burn unit at University Medical Center. Brian, I'm standing in front of the house where police say they found a man and a woman inside. I'm gonna step out of the way because the windows are boarded up and there's glass on the floor. We don't know the relationship between the man and the woman, but police say the man shot at officers, striking one of them.
You mentioned it was a domestic disturbance. The new headline coming in from Metro Police after that last briefing is that 2 people are, one of them the suspect, another a juvenile female.
"47-year-old Nicole Drummond was living and loving life when her whole world came crashing down. The mother of 3 daughters, 2 adults, and 1 teen, found her joy in raising her girls that she shared a tight bond with. For the past year and a half, Nicole, who was also affectionately called Nikki, worked at the Christian Moore's Trial Attorney's Office in Henderson, Nevada, as head of the Human Resource Department. She brought such a bright light to the office and greeted everyone with the biggest smile every morning. So when our boss heard that she had been a victim of DV, it came as a complete shock to the entire office, who said they had no knowledge of any issues between her and her boyfriend. 48-year-old Jason Simmons appeared to be a loving and devoted father of 3. Originally from Chicago, Illinois, he moved to Las Vegas many years back and was building a life he always dreamed of. Besides his daughter and 2 boys, he enjoyed travel, new experiences, and keeping nice rides. Jason was a very hands-on father in every way, from daddy-daughter dances, vacations, sports, education, and so much more. He always wanted his kids to see what the world could offer with hard work and made sure he was one of their biggest supporters. His daughter was even accepted into Harvard's summer school program because of her strong academic record and thoughtful application. This program allows high school students to take college-level courses during their summer break. It was very clear that he was proud to be his kids' father, and every moment spent with them was a moment he always looked forward to. So on Monday, August 10th, when police got a call from a woman that was in distress from their home, it came as a shock that he not only had harmed her, but allegedly took the life of her 14-year-old daughter. Nicole Durham would call 911 just before 12:30 a.m. on August 10th to report that she was being harmed with a blowtorch and that Jason was about to burn her up. Jason was allegedly armed with 3 handguns and a rifle, making the situation even more dire for Nicole, who was screaming for him to stop. The 911 operator stayed on the line until law officials arrived, and at some point, Nicole would not only be burned but shot too. She was able to get away, but once police got on the scene, they would enter a house of horror. Not only was a fire set, but a young, defenseless girl was found shot down, and when police tried to apprehend Jason, he decided that he was not going to go down peacefully. At the press conference, law officials showed the body-worn cameras and gave an account of things that sent 2 people to the hospital and 2 people were left unalive.
I'm Assistant Sheriff Fred Haas of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. I'm here today to provide you details of an officer-involved shooting that occurred on Monday, August 10th, 2026. Please note that we are very early in this investigation and some of the details may change as this investigation progresses. This is our 10th officer-involved shooting of 2026 and the 4th non-fatal officer-involved shooting this year. Last year at this time, we had 4 officer-involved shootings, 3 of which were fatal. The location of this incident is in the 4500 block of Pigeon Point Court. You can see an overview of the scene to my left. The officer involved in this incident is Zaida Venegas Hernandez. She is 36 years old and has been employed with LVMPD since 2021. Officer Venegas Hernandez is assigned to Spring Valley Area Command, which is a part of our Tourist Safety Division. She was armed with a Glock 19 9mm handgun with a tactical light, and this investigation revealed that she fired 11 rounds. The suspect in this incident has been identified as Jason Simmons. He was 48 years old, 5 feet 8 inches tall, and weighed 197 pounds. Simmons was armed with several weapons during this incident, which you will see pictured on the screen to my left. First is an ABC Rifle Company .223 caliber rifle, a Smith & Wesson M&P 9mm handgun, a Century Arms Canic TP9 9mm handgun, a Sig Sauer P320 9mm handgun, and a blowtorch. Simmons fired several rounds at different times during this incident. What we do know right now is that 8 rounds were fired from his rifle. 7 rounds went through the door, 1 striking our officer, and 1 from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to himself. Had Simmons survived, his charge would be murder with the use of a deadly weapon, attempt murder, victim is first responder, 2 counts, attempt murder with use of a deadly weapon, first-degree arson, kidnapping, mayhem, and prohibited person possession of firearm. I will now go into the details of this incident. On August 10th, 2026, at approximately 12:29 a.m., LVMPD Communications received an unknown trouble call from a residence in the 4500 block of Pigeon Point Court. The female caller stated a male, later identified as her boyfriend Jason Simmons, was armed with a blowtorch and attempting to light her on fire. I'm going to play a portion of that 911 call, but I will remind you that this is a very graphic call into 911.
10/2026, 0:28 and 59 seconds. 911 emergency, make your
Yes. Please, this is Point Court, please. He's about to burn me up.
Is this a house of business or an apartment?
It's a house. Point Court is the house. Please hurry.
What's happening?
Please. He's got a blowtorch and he's got...
Officers were immediately dispatched to the scene, and while en route, the call was updated that the female advised she had been shot and was now hiding in the bathroom. Additional information continued to be relayed to the officers about a caller's teenage daughter was also inside the residence in a separate bedroom. During this time, the suspect attempted to light the house on fire using gasoline and the blowtorch that she described in the call. The call taker could hear smoke alarms going off in the background. Arriving officers immediately formed an action team to make entry into the home. They observed several small fires throughout the house, and smoke was filling inside the residence. Officers were able to locate a female victim in the front bedroom suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. Still working through the residence to find the suspect, the officers continued to clear the house and encountered a locked door to the master bedroom. Officer Venegas Hernandez attempted to kick the door, and the suspect fired several rounds through the door, striking her. In the photo to my left, you can see the interior bedroom door where 2 of those rounds came through the door at our officer. Officers immediately moved away from the door, and Venegas Hernandez returned fire to the suspect. I'm now going to show you a body-worn camera of our responding officer, which shows how dynamic this situation really was. Not only do you have an unknown situation, they're going to a suspect with a firearm, but now you're introducing fire, gasoline on the residence, and the smoke that's filling the side of that home as well.
Oh, shit. We got it on the back. Hey, grab a fire extinguisher out the car. Hey, Metro!
Metro Police! Come out with your hands up!
Come out now! Metro Police!
Come out with your hands up!
Hey, get out of the house, Phil!
Get out of the house!
Okay. Metro Police!
Metro Police! Sorry, we got it.
Hey, daughter, come out of the house! Here, let's just light some. Here, go rifle.
Come out with your hands up! Come out with your hands up! Metro Police!
Alright.
Hey, Sarge, I'm gonna go over here.
Hold it.
Hey!
Go.
Hey! Hey, come out! Hey, I have a female with a gunshot wound.
Here,
Female
alright.
with a gunshot
Hold
wound.
this.
Where's the daughter? Where's the daughter?
Metro Police! Put your hands up! Metro Police! Alright, ready to push?
Yep.
Go. Coming out. Alright, we're clear here.
Oh, shit! Metro Police! Come out with your hands up! Hey, I'm coming into this room. I need someone with me. I have a 413 in the room. I have a 413
I'm now going to show you videos from Officer Venegas Hernandez's body-worn camera of the remaining part of this officer-involved shooting.
On the sofa. Up. The dog is on the sofa, eh? Police department. This one is locked. This one is locked. Okay.
Here.
Officers exited the home, and this was declared a barricade. Officer Venegas Hernandez was transported to UMC Hospital, where it was learned that one of the rounds fired by the subject struck her ballistic vest, but did not go all the way through. You can see the entry point on the front of her vest there in the center of her chest, but the impact did cause injuries. You go through the slides, you're going to see the panels of the ballistic vest, and the bullet went through 24 layers of Kevlar. And you'll see there's the bullet recovered inside her vest. She did sustain a bleeding abrasion to her chest that was treated at UMC that night. LVMPD SWAT and crisis negotiators were requested and responded to the scene. The original female caller was still on the phone and at one point advised the suspect had shot himself. She then exited the home and was transported to a local hospital with burn injuries and a gunshot wound. She remains in critical condition today. LVMPD SWAT officers entered the home and located the teenage victim in the front bedroom, where they removed her from the house so she could receive medical attention. Despite life-saving measures, she was pronounced deceased at the scene. They also located the suspect, who was down and was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound to his head. This concludes the formal portion of my brief. One of the things I'd like to remind you of as I was preparing for this is the extraordinary work our cops go out there and do every day. They had to deal with fire, smoke, gasoline in that area, and they still responded into that residence to help those people that were in need. Imagine the emotions from this department. 2 of our officers have been shot in less than a week. One was taking us in a line of duty. But our officers do what they always do. They come together, they get together, they go out there to support each other and go out and serve this community every day. If you could please keep our officers, their families, in our thoughts and prayers as we go through the funeral for Officer Abdelnabi, and make sure you're keeping his family in your thoughts. With that, I'll take a couple of questions. Sasha.
So the victim, was she the daughter of both the suspect and the female victim, or was she just the mother?
The question was the daughter the daughter of both the suspect and the victim in this case? She was the daughter of the female.
And can you confirm she was around 14 to 15? That's what we're hearing.
That's correct.
Have there been any calls to that residence prior to this incident?
There was no prior calls for service since they've been living at that residence.
Did the suspects' firearms, were they purchased legally, or do you have any information about additional information about the ownership of the weapons that you recovered?
So the question was, were the firearms purchased legally, and do we have any information on those firearms? Right now, we're in the process of getting those e-traces back and following up on where those weapons came from. Obviously, he's a prohibited person, so we have to figure out where those weapons came from.
And as you mentioned, just within a week, 2 officers being shot at. What is the state of the department at the moment when it comes to, of course, you're rushing towards danger, but is there any concerns or planning on kind of revisiting kind of tactics when it comes to these situations?
And that's the point to these reviews, is we always look at the tactics. We're always looking at the leadership, the tactics, our policies, and did we perform to the highest level that we have the ability to. These officers ran toward danger. No matter how you look at that, they went into a burning building to find somebody that was firing rounds at their family member and trying to light them on fire. It's not overlooked on us by what they actually responded to. This is a small glimpse into what our officers experience every day. You just don't hear about it in the media every day because they don't rise to this level of a media brief.
Question about the house fire, damage to the home. At this point, saw the small fires in the body cam, but can you brief on damage to the home?
I don't know what the total damage was to the home. We'd have to ask the fire department for that. One last question.
To that point, I know you guys respond to a lot of domestic violence related issues. This personally is one of the most intense ones that I've seen. Can you talk a bit about, what your officers go through when they respond to situations like this? They seem to be some of the most dangerous.
Yeah, DV calls are one of the most dangerous calls we respond to because emotions are already high inside that residence when they're responding. We go through great lengths to make sure we have good tactics going to those doors, that we're de-escalating those situations and finding a way to bring those to resolution peacefully and quietly, and to make sure the families have what they need. There are a ton of resources out there through community members that offer counseling for domestic victims and for those families that think they're experiencing that. So they need to reach out. We have the ability to get those services out there, and in this case, I don't know if it made a difference or not. Thank you very much for your time.
Nicole's older daughters and family said that Jason was someone that they loved and trusted. So it makes it even more hurtful because I'm sure they never imagined that he was capable of such a thing. Initially, there were some unverified reports that police shot into the home and unalived Avon before entering the home. But from the body cam footage, it does not appear that shots were fired until Jason shot through the door. Police had already found her in that front bedroom before they got to the room that Jason was allegedly in. If that is the case, it is still messed up in every way because an innocent young girl lost her life because of Jason's actions. Then the fire that was set. I guess he was hoping that the house would go up in flames and burn down before law officials made it and wanted to destroy evidence. Then, on top of everything, the crime happened just a few days before her 15th birthday celebration and 2 years after Avon lost her father, which was already a difficult situation for the family. Loved ones stated as Nicole fights to heal and her other two girls, Nevaeh and Eden, try to navigate life without their sister, family and friends plan on surrounding them with love, prayer, and support that they so desperately need during this difficult time. One of the main things that the family wanted to make clear is said, "We hope that sharing Avon's story can help shine a light on the devastating reality of DV. No one should have to fear the person that they love or trust. By coming together, supporting survivors, and raising awareness, we can help work towards a future where fewer families experience this kind of unimaginable loss." This tragedy has affected so many different people, including Jason's children. Up under someone's post who was saying rest in peace to Jason, there would be back and forth, and his kid's mother would write, "And he was still my kid's father, regardless what he did. My boys don't have a father now. Yes, he was wrong, and I don't know what made him do that, which there is nothing that could have made him, but now I have to be a single mother to my boys and help them cope with this entire situation. My boys knew her and Avon, so it's all around messed up situation. But my kids don't have a damn thing to do with what he did." My thoughts and prayers go out to the entire family, and I pray that Nicole has a speedy recovery and for healing in mind, body, and soul. My heart truly hurts for this 14-year-old child who didn't even get a chance to really start life. She was days away from celebrating her 15th birthday, and that was all stolen from her. How could a father who loves and is devoted to his daughter do this to the daughter of the woman he claimed to love? It is so very sad, and it's just not adding up. Avon's life mattered, and she should still be here. Please don't forget to let me know your thoughts. Also, don't forget to comment your prayers as well, and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.